Alright, hey guys, back with another Professor Breakdown. In this one, we're going to be critiquing a full Taylormade workout to see if it can help your game, what they got right, what they got wrong.
To start today's workout, we have 3 rounds of rotational focus, and we are going to have 2 movements to do so. Movement number 1 is the dumbbell snatch. This is an asymmetrical movement requiring the whole body to...
So, right out of the gate, dumbbell snatch, I really like that exercise. I would typically classify this exercise as a power exercise. You're not going to get much benefit from it if you're doing it for sets of 8, 10, 12. Where you can get benefits from dumbbell snatches or even barbell snatches is where you're trying to be explosive, maximal effort, maybe sets of 3, sets of 5, etc. Again, power is a skill that you have to develop, and you develop that skill by being close to maximal effort and high velocities. If you're doing sets of 8, 10, and 12, you're doing so many reps that the fatigue prevents you from doing your best, most powerful work, and you're probably not training that skill anymore.
You're going to combine that with movement number 2 of up and over med ball slams. This is about footwork, rotation around the spine, and the ability to create force on both sides of the body so that we strengthen the swing in terms of acceleration and deceleration so that we absolutely do increase your performance.
So, another really awesome exercise selection here, up and over med ball slams. Gets you a big rotational component, but also allows you to be really powerful. That's one of the benefits of med balls, is you can take it, max effort, slam. And then you do a certain number of reps of those, usually in the lower rep range, because again, we're trying to train power here, get you much more explosive, and work on building up speed and volume over time.
So here, you can use whichever deadlift variation you prefer and can execute with awesome form, guys, right?
Another thing that's really awesome right out of the gate here, deadlift is highly linked with swing speed, and he's doing this in a strength rep range, so basic strength around that 5 sets of 4 reps, 85% 1RM. This is going to be really good for building strength, and the ordering of this is good too. So first you're going from power, then you're going to strength. Again, we make that little critique on the dumbbell snatch that we're doing, and then this workout is fantastic so far. You do power stuff first, then strength, then any accessory work.
Get really close so you maintain a straight bar path that is close to your center of gravity. From here, hinge backwards at the hip, bring yourself over the bar and create a neutral spine position. Set yourself and then start pushing into the ground.
A lot of people might see this and see a slightly rounded thoracic spine, just a little bit, in the starting position of his deadlift. As long as your lats are engaged and you're actively pulling the slack out of the bar, a slightly rounded thoracic spine is okay. That is the natural curvature of our spine. What you would not want to see is going from this position to even more of a slouched over position. That's a sign that we're not engaging our upper back musculature well enough. But that starting position, as long as your lats are engaged, are okay. The one thing I would say that might help him out is his grip is slightly wider than shoulder width, and that's giving up distance. Is if your arms were completely straight, it would allow you to not have to go down quite as far, and you might be able to correct that little bit of upper back rounding if it was causing you pain. If you feel this in hamstrings, glutes, and your erectors appropriately, I don't currently have a problem with this.
Similar movement to the deadlift, but bring the weight down and go with the kettlebell swing. That's a hinge at the hip, we're using the ground, awesome for force. We're gonna match that with the box jump, because whilst the legs and the full body are fully primed, muscles active, we add in speed and acceleration to absolutely jack up our performance, guys. All right.
So this is where we're going to run into our first really big problem. For set number 3, as they're calling it, this is where they're dedicating this work for speed. So you see box jumps, broad jumps. Those exercises are fantastic. The counter movement jump and the broad jump and box jump are directly linked in multiple studies with increasing club head speed. The issue is the order in which you're doing them. Ideally, you take all of your power work and you put that first in the workout because it is the most degraded by fatigue. Also, in terms of speed programming, kettlebells have little to no place, especially not 10 reps of kettlebells. It's very hard to be completely explosive in the kettlebell for risk of hitting yourself, etc. The dumbbell snatch was a much better exercise suited for this. The barbell snatch and other plyometrics are even better. So this exercise selection is a little bit out of place, and the box or broad jumps are a little bit out of order here.
Getting into that set, movement number 1 is the Russian kettlebell swing. Okay, so here you will take the kettlebell.
Yeah, not trying to be difficult here, but if you just took out kettlebell swings for this exercise, it would improve like half a letter grade.
We've got 2 movements. We're going in the descending rep scheme of 24, 16, and 8. So you will complete 24 double dumbbell push press and then 24 calories. That'll be row, bike, or ski, whatever you have available, or change to a run, which is in the description.
These are fine, especially if you want to get in really good shape. CrossFit does a really, really good job of getting you in shape. These aren't necessarily the most specific transferable skills that a golfer could have. So if you're maintaining a high step count and you're vigorously resistance training as a golfer, your cardiovascular system is going to be amazing for health and golf performance. So then you can stick to leaving your training specifically for increasing muscle size, increasing muscle strength, and increasing muscle power. And when you're doing those 3 things, you want to do them more generally and then also sprinkle on some specific stuff. So I don't have a problem with general stuff, but one of the issues that lies in here is this time could be better spent doing stuff that has more transfer to golf skills